Good morning, Tessa.
Penny, I was just gonna assign to my email in case there's something important that I need to see.
I just sent you something important. Well, I feel it's important. The world may not feel it's important. Um, I've been thinking a lot about Liam's order of conditions, and I went back and I looked at an order for a very similar tear down rebuild project
Mhm.
that we did some months ago before your time
Mhm.
with us. And I felt like I wanted to strengthen things a little bit, in particular because the footprint of this house is increased. And so I pulled up the conditions from that last project and added a couple of statements. What we did in that last one was we prefaced our special conditions with some comments that explained the fact that well, it addressed the comments, the DEP comments, and it sort of put why we were doing these extra conditions in the context of that.
Mhm.
And so I wrote a similar statement to address that.
Okay.
And I was going to ask you to screen share, sorry, I haven't had enough coffee yet this morning, to screen share that document as part of our meeting.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I figured I would. That's good to know that there's an updated one.
Right.
How did it go with the certificate yesterday? Do you know?
We found them, but I guess Victoria went out over the weekend and with friends and a metal detector found all of them.
Okay.
I thought we wouldn't need her there to refine them, but we did because they're deep in the woods and they're not, even though she put stakes there with orange flags on them, they were still challenging to find. But we found them
Okay.
and we said, I mean, we informally said we would issue the certificate today, but we're going to ask her to install new rebar adjacent to all the stakes because they're very flush with the ground. And with the vegetation, they're very hard to see. So we asked her to install new rebar and paint the top of it a bright color and have it at least 8 or 12 inches above the ground
Okay.
so they could be found in the future. But we won't hold up the certificate based on that request.
All right. Thank you. That's good for me to know. So, is it just if I just download that new order of conditions, then I should be able to leave the email. There wasn't anything else in the email that I should download from you. Obviously, you wouldn't see anything.
No. If you do that, I actually sent another email out to the whole commission because I realized I couldn't remember Mark's comments on this project. So I looked at those this morning and that sort of prompted me to feel the need to strengthen the conditions just a little bit and it, in my mind, justified why we would do that. And I know you had raised a question about asking for an infiltration strip on the road because that was really part of the septic and well project that was filed a while ago. But I think his comments give us justification to add that to the notice of intent. You
Okay.
can see what I wrote and see if you guys agree with me. You know, I've learned over the years to be overly specific and detailed because if you don't say it clearly or you assume people are going to do it, it's often an issue.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just wanted to make sure because so with EDEP, you can't have any other browsers open at the same time. Um,
Oh,
so
well, oh, interesting. So, and you don't have another screen yet or another.
so I still obviously I have it open now and
Mhm,
Zoom still works. Um,
mhm.
So, so I just needed it downloaded as a Word document. It just couldn't be.
Which is fine, because I think it needs to be attached as a Word document anyway.
Yes.
It's more than will fit in the little space. So in the little space within EDEP, we can just say, see attached document and
I
give
mean,
it
I
a
think it's
name.
a pretty big, when we get there, we'll
Okay.
copy and paste it. I think it should be fine. So I can, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can have, it seems like I can have Word documents, and luckily Zoom, doesn't count Zoom, but, um,
Interesting.
but
The things we learn.
yes, but EDAP doesn't want any browsers open, so that's why I couldn't have email open at the same time.
I see. Okay. Okay.
Someone's on the call. Do you mind saying your name for the minutes? Unmuting yourself. Oh, I need to.
That looks like Kestrel's logo there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that might be Liam calling from.
Yeah, sorry, I guess Zoom account right now. Should go away and I'll rename myself.
Oh gosh, that's cool. I take it you're at work.
No, no. I logged into it for a meeting from home and then never logged out.
Oh, I see.
Would the person on the phone mind unmuting themselves and stating who they are? The 12407317379 number.
Do you have to unmute them as well?
I can ask them to unmute.
Anna Mancebo.
Oh, hello. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Robin. Unmute yourself. Thank you. So as soon as, oh, that looks like Miriam's checking in now. So I'm hoping we can do this quickly.
Yeah, I'm wondering if doing the certificate actually makes sense first. I think it'll be
Fast.
fast. Yeah.
Okay.
I know I put the order the opposite way, but
Okay.
Do we need to start with the customary statement?
yes, I have that. Yeah.
So I will open our meeting at 9:01 a.m.
And I can read the statement. Following the governor's restrictions on public meetings, this meeting is being held virtually using zoom.com for remote participation only. The public may access it following the instructions on this meeting's agenda posted on the town calendar. If, despite our best efforts, we are not able to provide real-time access, the public can request a recording of this meeting by contacting the town clerk.
Thank you. So we have two topics today. I'm hoping we can get through them very quickly. Miriam, it looks like you're still muted. Can you unmute yourself? Okay, no? We're going to start with Victoria Fabonio's certificate of compliance for 105 Sand Hill. And I'll just report that Liam and Miriam and I went out yesterday in the presence of Victoria. And with her help, we located all 9 pins. And I will just mention to those who were on the site visit that I came home with a deer tick. So I hope you checked yourselves. We found all 9 pins. She had gone out with a metal detector over the weekend, or actually a friend, and she with 2 metal detectors and found all 9 pins. So they're all there. And what we did was ask her to install new iron rods adjacent to the pins and have them at least 8 or 12 inches out of the ground, depending on where they were and whether that would cause a problem, and spray the top with a bright color so that the new owners and the commission, if they need to go back, would be able to find them more easily. So based on that, I would recommend, and she did provide a copy of the deed restriction that shows that this permanently unalterable part of the property is included in the deed. So I would recommend, and in fact, I would move that we issue the certificate of compliance.
I second that.
Okay, thank you. And Tessa, you checked with.
Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen. I'm just getting down to the second.
You can yeah, I'd like to see how it is that we
Yeah.
fill this out where we release her from all the conditions except for the one that states there's this permanent restriction on the property.
Yep. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So here's the certificate of compliance form. The first page just lists name, address of where the project is located, the site visit information. Okay, and then section B, certification. Check all that apply. So talking to EDP, talking to Mark Stinson, you're allowed to click more than one. So complete certification, I've clicked, but I've also clicked ongoing condition, and then which refers to 1D, the approved deed restriction must be recorded at the Franklin County Registry of Deeds. Please see attached deed restriction. And what I've done with the printed form and because of what Mark suggested is that underneath complete certification, because that's on a separate page from the ongoing certification, he said to write underneath, please refer to ongoing condition.
Good idea.
So that a future landowner or broker doesn't just look at the first page. So I have done that on the printed form. And so then, and I'm also going to be adding the deed restriction to this certificate so that they have that also as part of the packet.
Tessa, do we need to note anywhere here that we've asked them to repost the pegs?
Yeah, I was gonna look, and I can have that as part of the cover. I could make a cover letter.
I sort of feel like it should be on the form.
I think then it would have to be like a partial. I mean, if things are still, I could be
How
part of
about
the ongoing.
under ongoing conditions, noting, applicant has been instructed to
Okay, yeah, let's leave it.
replace.
Let's make it really simple and say applicant will install a 9. How can you say it in the fewest words possible? What did I say here?
9 pins to outline scope of work as previously required, or to reinstall.
If I can.
Well, yeah. I think just maybe 9 new pins
New pins.
adjacent.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can pull down the section.
Yeah,
that I
it
can-
looks like they don't want you. So
I can add just say see attached and make it entirely.
I think you need to do that. And you need to reference what it is that you're seeing attached. So we need to give it a title.
Addendum.
Ongoing conditions for, what is it, 105 Sand Hill Road.
And how do you spell addendum? Is that how one spells addendum?
Yeah, I think so.
That looks good.
That's how I would spell it. That means it's right.
Okay, let's see if I can get a word. can you still see that, or do you need to reshare this different document? You might only be able to see the,
I think
If
that's
you need
good.
to reshare.
yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to stop sharing and then reshare. It's on here. So first, I'd have to pull that up, but so that is the one referring to the deed restriction.
Okay.
So I'll have to pull that back up.
Okay. Well, you can just add that when you don't have to do it on screen with us. We know what you're going to put in there.
Yeah, it's what I had written before.
Right. Exactly.
So what? Now we have as much space as we need.
Okay.
Applicant will install 9 new metal pins adjacent to pre-existing pins.
And just make a statement that they will be 8 to 12 inches above ground and sprayed. How would you say it? Sprayed with highly visible paint for
High visibility paint.
high visibility paint
How
for.
many inches? Sorry.
Hmm?
How many inches above?
I would say I would give her 8 to 12 inches as a range.
Okay.
At least 8 inches is fine above ground. High visibility paint.
That look good?
That looks good. Okay.
I have to stop screen sharing and get back to the other document.
Okay. And so we have a motion to issue the certificate of compliance. I think the easiest way to do this is to do a roll call and vote. So all in favor, and I'll state your name and you can vote. Liam Cregan,
Aye.
Robin Harrington,
Aye.
Miriam DeFont,
Aye.
Penny Jakes, aye.
Thank you.
Okay, so
So here,
can we do this with just electronic signatures?
yes, so I have
Okay.
added the language above that makes that permissible. Now let's see. So now with your permission, can put in your names. And Penny, that's your middle name, right? So I'm sorry, which
It's Alice Penelope is my official name. J-A-Q, no C.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've been told I misspell it.
is that right, Liam?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, make sure. Let me know if I'm making any mistakes.
Morning, Stephen.
Everyone is correctly spelled.
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, so that I can save. And that one should be all set.
Okay.
Did it, stop share. And then the next part is I have EDP open. Penny just shared with us this morning some added considerations regarding the order of conditions. And I can share that.
And so just to preface what Tessa's going to show you, I'd been thinking about what Liam had written, and I'd been thinking back to 32 Lake Drive that we had a similar project for some months ago. And so I called up DEP's file number comments, which I sent to all of you this morning. I don't know if you had a chance to see them, but they were very similar to what Mark had sent for 32 Lake Drive, where it was also a tear down, rebuild with a new septic system. And I was reminded that we can be fairly, I don't want to say restrictive because I don't mean it to be onerous, but we can do all that we can to protect the remaining buffer zone with this order. And so I added in the statement, what we did in the 32 Lake Drive project was add a prefacing comment to sort of put what we're doing in context. And so I added that same comment there. And I also noticed when we did that we gave the applicant a reference which details more about why you would want to plant a vegetated buffer zone at the lake edge. And it gives a number of examples of things to consider in doing that. So I put that in again, and then I added a comment that says, additionally, to compensate for the increased footprint of the house, we require the applicant to address stormwater concerns by installing a permeable parking surface and an infiltration trench to address road runoff. And then those are both referenced below in the end of the conditions. So my comments here are the ones that are in lower case.
Which I will adjust to be all.
Right, I just wanted to be clear as we considered this, what Liam had written and what I added. And Liam, I hope you don't feel like I've stepped on your toes here. I've learned over the years that the more specific and the more detailed the information is, the fewer problems arise down the line. So just talking about something with the applicant is very different than putting in a condition. So I felt like adding some of these things was useful. And I think the one thing that we hadn't really talked about before was adding an infiltration trench, like we asked the 32 Lake Drive applicant to do. So look that over and we can talk about it for a minute.
Can I get a copy of this?
I sent you a copy by email shortly before the meeting, I think.
Of this document? It looked like it was comments from.
I sent both. Maybe I can send you this, yes.
Yeah, that'd be great. I just want to start keeping my own.
Oh, sure. You don't need it during the meeting?
No.
Okay.
My.
Yes, no, it's great.
Conditions.
It's great to have, I think as time has gone on, it seemed more and more valuable to have sort of a list that we can pull from as similar projects come up. And I know Liam has started keeping that, so
yeah,
that's
right.
great.
Yeah, and these last two conditions especially, or even three, I guess, are ones that I should add to the list.
Yes.
Right.
Especially because there's going to be more projects like this coming down the line.
I agree. And so these were put together hastily. If you agree in concept with them, you still might want to fuss with the wording a little bit.
Have we been any more specific in other orders, Penny, about what kind of natural vegetation?
No, I think you can leave that to the homeowner. It does say native shrubs and herbaceous plants. But I think we don't want to be too restrictive about exactly what plants those might be. I mean, the site right now has, it's fairly, there's vegetation along a good portion of it. I think there's some blueberries and I don't remember what else, but the reference in the document above lists a lot of good options for plant species to use in a situation like this.
That's great.
Yeah, I guess my only question would be, were we more specific about the infiltration trench in the other order of conditions we issued for Lake Drive, or was this the same condition?
No, we were more specific in the last one, but that's because the engineer for the project was working with us and actually drafted a detail while we were meeting, and we don't have the option to do that here because we've already closed the public hearing and we can't really have input in that fashion.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's why I included plan will be presented to the commission for approval prior to installation.
That's good.
Yeah, makes
And
sense to me.
if they asked for an example, we could pull up the detail from the other plan, and Tessa could provide that to them if need be. I don't have that on I couldn't find that on my computer, the specifics of it.
Okay, well, I think they look good. I don't have any comments on them.
I guess the very last sentence, to me, I used the word installation twice. We might want to modify that just for.
Maybe photos of plantings shall be submitted to the commission
Yes.
after installation.
That's a good idea.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. So, any more discussion?
Nope.
No?
Okay. Can we have a motion to agree to this set of special conditions for 26 Lake Drive?
I make a motion that we accept these special conditions for 26 Lake Drive.
I second that.
Okay. So all in favor, please say aye. I'll do a roll call again. Liam Cregan,
Aye.
Robin Harrington,
Aye.
Miriam DeFont.
Aye.
Oh, wait, you weren't part of this one.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm just here.
Yeah, you just have to listen to this one, but you learned a lot, didn't you? Okay. You'll know for the next one. And Penny Jakes, aye. Okay, so are we done?
So I need your signatures. So,
Oh, okay.
and so I'm getting to that part of so here's the conditions. I'm going to see if I can, yep, copy it. And I will change the format when we're not trying to get through this.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll adjust the format so they match. I assume. Oh, is that not? That's funny. What page did I? Okay. Well, I guess the question, I could work through this. This is my first time doing EDUPs. So I guess if the commission felt comfortable, we need a physical signature page anyway to go with the printed form. And so if you guys felt comfortable with me having you see me sign on the printed form, that I could transfer that count that for the EDP signatures as well.
So we can't just use electronic signatures for this as we did with the certificate?
Yeah, we can. I'm just gonna have to do it twice because I have to do it in EDP and then also in this physical form. So I could, but EDP is being funny. So I can just pull up
What is EDPA?
EDP is the electronic way to submit certain forms for the Department of Environmental Protection. Like the applicants can use it to submit notices of intent, and then the commission can use it to submit orders of condition.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And in just a little more about that, Miriam, I would say about half the commissions in the state use EDEP, and we do, and it's especially important right now during COVID because, you know, we're not there to sign off on things and work together as a group. So it's been to our benefit that we've been using EDEP for a number of years. And as Tessa can confirm, it's kind of a kludgy system, but it works.
Yeah, so I'm just learning because Leverett I haven't been using it for Leverett. We've been, so this is a new part for me. But so yeah, the clarification is that I need this signature page for the mailed copy that I'm going to be doing certified mail to the applicant. But to submit to EDP, I'll have to just retype the signatures, and just knowing if that's okay if I do that off screen.
That's fine.
Okay. Then with your permission, I can start typing.
Go away, go for it.
While she's doing that, I have a question. Has Russell submitted his resignation?
No. No, I had a lengthy call with him, and I got a surprising text from him yesterday that only said, I will be at next week's meeting. And I don't know, I will call him to follow up on that. But I don't have an answer yet, and I don't know any more about what that means.
Okay, so that part is set. I'll transfer it to EDP. The only other thing I put in the agenda, that the niche engineering asked if the commission could draft a set of orders of conditions before next week's meeting. So I was wondering if a commissioner would be willing to take that on.
I would be willing to do that, and I will send it out at least a day before our meeting, and so that all of you have a chance to think about it.
Thank you, Penny.
Thank you.
And then that we were efficient.
Okay, and I see there's one person who's here by phone. I'm just wondering what their interest in the meeting is.
I believe it's the 26 Lake Drive applicant.
Oh, okay.
You have a comment?
That's right. No, thank you very much.
I will be certified mailing it out to you and leaving a copy of the town hall for your Joe, I forget his last name. Salvador, yes.
Yeah.
I will email you when that's ready.
Okay, Tessa, thank you so much.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commission. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Well, then it's my next steps, and I printed out a lot of it yesterday. So
Good. Well, you had a busy week. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I will close our meeting at 9:28 and head off to get my flu shot.
All right.
Is there a second for the
Second,
closing?
a second.
All in favor, Liam Cregan,
Aye.
Robin Harrington,
Aye.
Miriam Defont,
Aye.
Penny Jakes, aye. Okay, thank you all.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
day.
Bye.